Tecno Camon 40 Pro. So this phone just recently came out, and as you all know, a new year means a new Tecno Camon series lineup, and this year we got an interesting take on the Tecno Camon series, with the Tecno Camon 40 Pro and the Tecno Camon 40 looking like a Samsung phone. So let's get through this video and see if Tecno really wanted to make a phone or if they didn't want to make anything at all. So let's start off with the unboxing experience. The box is a little different from last year. First off, we get the phone in the box. Then after that, you're gonna get some paperwork. The SIM ejector tool is also there. And then after that, we're gonna get the case, which really looks good and is a lot different from the other TPU cases we used to get. We also get the USB-C cable in the box and a 45-watt charging brick, which is phenomenal. Now let's look at the design and build quality. First of all, the Tecno Camon 40 Pro looks like someone at Tecno was really watching Samsung phone launches. The curved display, the large camera rings, it's all very familiar, but familiar isn't all that bad. The phone feels premium with its slim 7.3mm body and a smooth finish on the back, which looks really good. The Camon 40 Pro comes in three colors, which are the Emerald Lake Green, Galaxy Black, and the Glacier White, which is just fancy for green, black, and white. The dual speakers by Dolby Atmos are really good, and they provide decent audio. Overall, this is a well-built phone and a very good phone indeed. On this phone, we also get an IP68 dust and water resistant rating, which is a really good way of popping up with this phone. We'll also know that this phone is drop resistant and the frame is going to be plastic, meaning that this phone is going to be a little more durable than other phones on the market. In terms of the software, you get Android 15 paired up with Tecno's latest Android skin, iOS 15. So you actually expect smooth animations and customizations, and also some pre-installed bloatware which you can always just delete or disable. You get an 8GB RAM and 256GB of storage and no SD card slot, which is not really something that we didn't really think of. Powering it is the MediaTek Helio G100 chipset, which is definitely not the fastest, but it's fine for normal daily usage. And when it comes to gaming, don't expect flagship performance, but in terms such as PUBG and Call of Duty Mobile, you can play these games at medium performance, which is not bad at all, which is the exact performance that I've been playing my games on a Tecno Camon 30S. So I don't think that's going to be really a problem, especially for its price range. Now let's talk about the display. In the display section, we get a 6.78-inch AMOLED panel, which is one of the best things about this phone. You also get a 120Hz refresh rate, so animations and scrolling are going to be smooth. And this is also going to aid you in the gaming performance, especially when the phone is actually 120Hz and also 1080p resolution. These curved edges also add a premium feel, and though some may not like the accidental touches and the curved screen, the curved screen really looks great on the phone. But the problem with curved screens, especially for someone who has used the Tecno Camon 30S before, whenever this phone falls, the curved edges break every time. So for an AMOLED panel, vibrant colors and great performance is all you're going to expect. Now let's talk about the cameras. The cameras are, first of all, not bad for the price. So you get a 50MP main sensor, an 8MP ultra wide, and a 50MP selfie camera. These are the camera specs of this phone, which are surprisingly good. And you're gonna get decent camera performance, but they may seem to lack, especially when trying out night photography. The best thing for budget smartphones is to make sure that you take your photos in a well-lit area and the photos will come out great. Trust me on that one. But for night photography, not the best. The main camera also has optical image stabilization, so videos are going to be steadier. You can shoot at 4K at 30 to 50 to 60 frames per second, but there is not gonna be any flagship level quality. But for someone who has been using the Tecno Camon 30S, I'm telling you, I think this is gonna be better because this is actually an upgraded version, like times 2 from the Tecno Camon 30s, and the performance on Tecno Camon 30s is really great. And for the Tecno Camon 40 Pro, the samples that I'm showing you right now look great, and they really look good. I don't think you're gonna have any problems in the camera sector, so I think that's all. So in terms of battery and charging, you get a 5200 milliamp hour battery, and this is going to be a beast of a battery. So you're gonna expect a full day of use with no issues at all. This phone charges at 45 watts fast charging, which is okay. And some people may say that it's not that good, but I think that it's actually great. This is because you're going to be able to charge your phone from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. You also don't get wireless charging, which is not something I expected or something that I need at all. I think wireless charging is very necessary if it can actually compete or be better than wired charging. So I don't think wireless charging is the best of features to have right now. There are also some extra really good features that you need to look for around. First of all, there are a lot of AI features. We have second research, we have real-time translations, we also have an AI which is going to be able to summarize your calls when you're recording them. We also has AI for erasing objects from the photos and other stuff like that. I think all these are actually gimmicks for just making someone to want to buy the phone more, but I think that these AI features are cool and there are lots of them, and if you like such things, I don't, just buy this phone for that, because there are a lot of AI features on this phone. You also get an under-display fingerprint scanner, NFC for payments, and even an infrared blaster, which is going to also be a nice surprise. Another thing, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack. In Nigeria, this phone is currently going for 358,000 naira, and it's actually 240 USD, which is a very good price point. So far, I think that this is a well-balanced phone, except for the design. Everything else is good. So is the Tecno Camon 40 Pro a boring phone? No, mostly because the only flaw it has is the design. Everything else is flawless, from the performance, decent cameras, decent storage capacity, and a decent chipset. Almost everything else is just decent. This is the mid-range device that you can actually buy, or a budget smartphone that you're gonna buy in 2025 if you really want something that is going to offer what it really can. So thanks so much for watching, and this is Vanilla Reviews. I'm out.